you know.
Because like a lot of people, it's life-changing money, obviously, if you win. But you shouldn't be thinking about the money. That distracts you from. Like, I think just OG just proved it. You know, like it was just all about fun, doing it together, and
friendship.
Yeah.
Did you watch TI last year?
Yeah, I did. I think they played phenomenal Dota, actually. At that time, I was a bit bitter, like, because I was not playing in any tournaments. I was just watching from home. But now, I see that they were actually one of the best teams throughout the whole, like, TIs.
And now you get to be at a TI playing against them.
I hope to get a chance to beat them. So.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
We gotta survive the groups.
With your experience, do you believe that group stage is a good opportunity to create momentum to continue into the main event, or do you treat them as two separate entities?
I think it's different this time around because like there's a lot less tournaments this year, right? So going into the to TI, you don't really know what to expect from the teams because like it's been like 2 months or since the last major, something like that. So a lot of teams can be developing new strategies. So you don't really want to show everything, but you want to be able to make it out, and you want to try to make it to the winner bracket. So obviously it's good getting momentum in the group stage, but you don't want to like go all out. You want to keep something back, you know, just
hide a little something, something.
Save strats for TI.
Thank you, guys. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job with your first TI interview.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
I hope it's not going to be the last one. Right?
You're still young.
Keeping something back. TI, saving strats even in the group stage. Then that should surely mean that in this best of one, we're going to see them really deliver. Now, first though, to get the game, we need these players on stage. So let's welcome them in. Na'Vi have definitely impressed during the group stage. They made it here off of a 3-0 in the qualifiers, but people still have doubts. Every single time people have doubts. I think it is time to get rid of these doubts. Them taking the stage here is proof that they are indeed back, and I am never going to mention that again because that is just the case. They are here. They're going to play on the main stage of the International. They have taken games of the best of them in the group stage, and they're here to play MINESKI. A squad that has undergone a lot of changes, even as far as a couple of months ago, 2 months ago. It was Nico Baby that joined the roster. Ninja Buki also only added this March, together with Raging Potato or Bimbo, however you want to call him, and they are here to deliver. They have been saving strats, according to themselves, and they have fun playing again, and that is so very important, as we have seen last year, last TI, OG friendship, taking it all the way. Can this friendship in MINESKI do the same? Can they make a lower bracket run? We are going to find out, or at least we're going to find out the first step of their journey here in Shanghai at the International 2019. It is one game only. One best of one. Now, first, before we go any further about this matchup, we're gonna see Casey talk with Navi.
So Neko and Crystallize with Navi. Welcome to TI9.
Hello.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes? How would you rate the way the last few months have gone for both of you as players?
Это были тяжелые вот эти пару месяцев. Мы были все время близки пройти на какой-то лан, но все время какие-то именно то ли психологические моменты, то ли где-то просто не везло. И в итоге мы не могли отобраться на турнир.
How do you think your leadership style has changed over the years?
Вот за последние пару лет я каждый год чувствовал, что я все больше и больше меняюсь именно в плане лидерских качеств, в плане игровом, в игровых каких-то моментах. И все это заслуга моих тиммейтов, которыми я играл. И особенно именно с текущими ребятами, которыми мне именно весело проводить время и общаться, и получать опыт, и получать именно обратную связь от них.
Crystallize, I will ask you a question too. How have you grown as a player?
Именно за этот год, как по мне, я импровнулся больше всего, потому что это был второй год мой уже, который я не новичок, который я видел уже, как самому развиваться, какими путями мне нужно идти, чтобы стать лучше. И благодаря моим тиммейтам я импровился, как по мне, очень много.
It sounds like you both have a lot of respect and a lot of camaraderie on your team. Do you think that that is a huge factor in being successful at this level?
Ну, это один из главных также факторов, потому что когда я впервые пришел в команду, у меня было большое уважение к моим тиммейтам. И, можно сказать, я был не на равных для себя. Я думал, что они намного лучше. Но в этом году, когда пришли новые ребята, я с ними был уже на равных и мог выражать свое мнение наравне.
Even though it's a different roster than TI1, obviously, do you feel a sense of pride playing for Navi since it's so synonymous with TI at this point?
Такой гордости по типу того, что играет за ТЭК, который именно стал чемпионом, у меня нету. У меня есть именно любовь к этой организации. Они профессионалы в своей деятельности. Они именно могут... Они знают свое дело, и за счет этого я горжусь находиться в этой организации. То, что они были чемпионами, это все... Я не задумывался, и такого давления какого-то, либо же ответственности у меня нету.
What would it mean to both of you to be able to win the Aegis?
Ну, как по мне, это уже новые достижения будет, которые именно даст мне понять, что я в этом году именно смог правильно именно собрать команду, правильно ее именно построить, развить, и то, что я двигаюсь в правильном направлении.
Ну, лично для меня это покажет результат, насколько я выкладывался, насколько это были правильные решения, и как таковое достижение покажет всю правильность моих действий за год.
Да.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
The torture is over.
And here, the torture has only just begun. They are going to play on the stage in a best of one. Torture or enjoyment, excitement. It's, whatever you really think helps you thrive in a game of Dota 2, Brian. I mean, surely everybody is different in terms of what makes them tick, right?
Yeah, this game, I think these two teams are the most wild card-esque teams. The highest they can play and the worst they can play is quite high variance, I think, for both these teams. And when it came down to predicting the best ones, this one was the hardest one for me because, like I said, I feel like we could either see the best of both teams, the worst of both teams, best of one team, worst of one team.
I know for a fact MINESKI's got something special.
BO1s, you want to go out with your best hero if you're going out. So I think rather than being the correct pick, they're looking at like their most confident hero. But I'm not so sure if this was the pick because there's a lot of Enigma counters.
Yeah, they have 2 heroes that deal with
Exactly.
Black Hole, BKB Black Hole. That is.
Warlock, you know, Beastmaster War. There's a lot of stuff. And like, I don't know.
But the way we may see it played is going to be more momentum-based, where you get the fast either Helm, Mech, Greaves, get those team-fight items and push with your team.
Yeah. So
play
how-
around your catapults.
So how to play against the Warlock with Enigma is you just go team fight items. You don't go like, you don't itemize to use Black Hole ever because this Warlock's just gonna AFK in the back lines. Then like you wanna be somewhat useful in the front line by providing team fight items.
Yep.
I could see MINESKI doing an aggro tri-lane against the Sven. You put the Enigma versus the Beastmaster, and you can convert his boar off cooldown. Kind of gives this really nice lane for you. If you have a sentry, kill a hawk. And then the Sven, I think, will suffer. The Warlock, once he's sustained lanes where you just Shadow Word your carry, the lane gets slowed down, you both heal up, you free tangos up, basically. But in an aggro tri-lane, you're going to 100-0 someone with those heroes. Fire Blast, Wraith King Stun, you know, Disruption.
Yep.
I think it's a little scary for Na'Vi right now.
I played with Mushi time to time and he prioritizes wave pushing a lot, so I'll be kind of surprised if we're not seeing like Lina, TA, like these kind of wave pushers.
You know, one hero Moon plays, Tinker. Is there
Oh,
any
yeah.
chance we see a Tinker? That's the, you know, the king of wave push. It's hard against Beastmaster Hulk. That's already
Yeah,
got vision for you, but
Yeah, Na'Vi does have a lot of good ways to catch the Tinker, but yeah, we can definitely see some Tinker.
Especially with the Broodmother ban.
Oh, Lina.
Okay. It's a little more stable. It can lane against most mids in the meta. Deals with Sven. You can kite him before BKB. Even after BKB, Lina is very fast.
Is TA banned?
No.
and that's
Na'Vi?
a magical hero.
The magical hero, yeah.
It matches well up against most of the heroes, but Enigma's a little scary for it. I think it's a safer pick though.
Yeah, Warlock's got the Enigma covered, so he doesn't have to worry about that. He just has to, you know, win the Lina's lane and be a boss. I think it's pretty good against SD Ogre too, like those two squishy... Well, Ogre's not that squishy, but I think it's kind of linear on tankiness, so it's gonna hit a limit, especially on position 4, if it is being played as a position 4.
As much as it feels like maybe they should ban TA, you see they ban Brood, and you're like, well, yeah, you don't want to get 10-pick Brood in a BO1 elimination match, so it makes sense, you know, you pick the lesser of the two evils maybe, assuming they even pick TA.
Well, Mag seems like very confident right now, the Navi's coach, so...
Oh, this is another Na'Vi special, Sniper.
It is pretty good against Lina too. I mean, Gunnar, you can talk about it, you're the mid player.
The Lina Sniper matchup is kind of even the mid game, or the mid lane. Once it gets to the mid game, the Sniper outranges the Lina, which is one of the few heroes in the game that can actually outrange a Lina. So you have this kind of out exterior fighter range where she'll try to stun range you, but you know, her Laguna and her Aether Lens, these kind of things, they're not even far enough to hit the Sniper with Dragon Lance and max attack range or take aim.
From what it feels like, Na'Vi seems to have the better draft. How MINESKI has to play this is with better vision, I think. They have to fight not with the Hawk and just fight under their ward. So Enigma can find the Warlock and they just basically have to watch where the Warlock is.
The vision game is so important. That's something where this Beastmaster Hulk needs to be dealt with and controlled.
Yes.
You can't just let him have full vision of the entire map. Otherwise, Na'Vi will pick and choose their fights and take control of the map very easily.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of easier for them as they have a Wraith King. The Wraith King can run in and start a fight. And when they maybe clump around his ult, when he reincarnates, they get a 2-3-man black hole. Even if it gets interrupted, it kind of buys the whole team enough time to get in. They get the BKB popped on the Wraith King maybe. They get this Radiance burn. They're doing a little damage, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a battle of like drawing each other's positions out. The Lina, Sniper, and Enigma, Warlock, these key heroes, they wanna like bait each other out.
Okay. Have your thoughts? I mean, you said you maybe ever so slightly favor MINESKI. Does the draft maybe lean you a bit back towards Na'Vi now?
Yeah, I think I'm slightly towards on Navi's side. I kind of don't agree on the Enigma pick. He's gonna have a hard time in the game. They have to find the Warlock first before engaging. And I think it's going to be pretty hard because Sniper is going to be pushing out everything with the superior range advantage.
Even with Shrapnel in side lanes and mid, you can just Shrapnel the lane out. You don't even have to show your hero. I think it also, their team fight's really strong with the Fatal Bonds and then the Magnetize and even the Sven.
Yeah.
A cleave with the Fatal Bonds and 2, 3 heroes, 4 heroes, 5, you know, everyone's dead.
Yeah, but MINESKI do have their comfort pick, so it's going to be a pretty exciting game.
I mean, comfort picks the name of the game in these BO1s sometimes. Very clear, Na'Vi recognize that. They go for it a lot. They also added that extra element of team fight with the Warlock. So really, big team fights is going to be the name of the game. That's what we should be looking out for.
Yeah, definitely.
think the game will be exciting around 20-30 minutes. This Enigma BKB, they're going to try to bait out spells, and it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, we don't see any chance there'll be a big explosion in the early game. We're going to go over to Casey on the stage. He's got Mag with him.
That's right. We're just going to ask you a really quick question, Meg. How do you feel about your draft?
I feel very confident. We picked our signature heroes, and we feel quite confident. That's all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, too.
Best of luck. Back to you guys.
That's right, it's time for our final match of the night. We're going late into the night, and there's still a decent amount of audience here, and they've been cheering very loudly for both these teams, MINESKI versus Na'Vi. Let's head into the game as we are going to be seeing the bounties unfold quite soon. And as we heard from Meg, I mean, I feel like both teams definitely just picked their signature heroes. I mean, they picked Enigma into Warlock and Earth Spirit and Beastmaster. But at the end of the day, it's still a KP class.
Yeah. What do you really expect him to say in that position, though? Like, oh, man, we got completely outdrafted. I should probably not do my job. We lost in 12 minutes.
I did a bad job. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even look at what MINESKI's been picking. Hey, there's an interesting man on the screen right there. Nico Baby just completely bypassed attending DPC events and went straight to TI.
That's the Ana.
Yep.
You just kind of show up, slow roll your way to TI.
Rebounding runes for Na'Vi. Things already off to a great start for the CIS team.
And Na'Vi, during the player intros earlier during the opening ceremony, you can still tell this organization carries weight.
Yeah. And I think they probably won over some fans, given their like kind of steady and consistent performance throughout the year, where they've just kind of built up over and over. You heard in the interview that Seneko felt like this is a team that he finally really built from the ground up and really believed in, and would love to be able to take the Aegis with the crew like this, especially with Crystallize now taking more of a leadership role. As he said, he felt like he wasn't really playing with peers so much as people that he respected and looked up to.
This mid lane matchup, Lina versus Sniper. Moon, of course, long heralded as one of the superstars of Southeast Asia, just wasn't really able to show it that much this year, as MINESKI did not do so hot. And on the flip side of things, you have Magical, who I think is a very snowbally player. Like, this guy needs a good laning phase, needs to continue from that as First Blood.
Rangy Potato pulls it up out on Blizzy. As they're just going for the full defensive tri-lane, and KP's just going to be playing this off-lane solo Enigma, pulling the lane back for himself. Seems like they really want to secure this classic Nico Baby Wraith King, a strong start to the game.
I think Wraith King is going to be, I don't know, I think this is a really hard Wraith King. Like, if you look at the other heroes, I feel like this Sven just kind of eats him up, and the Sniper can just outrange him and sort of play from afar. He's got multiple ways to distance himself if he goes for Dragonlance, Hurricane Pike. Once he gets the BKB, the stun becomes relatively ineffective. And this is going to be a really hard game for MINESKI to feel comfortable going late game in. And that's kind of wild to say, considering you have an Enigma in your squad.
Yeah. And perhaps, like, Wraith King is, like, a really good hero to be able to push down towers, so maybe that's why MINESKI's taking this approach. They think if they get Nico Baby ahead at the start, he gets this fast Hand of Midas, a faster Radiance, he's going to hit that really big mid-game swing where he could just mow down towers and they won't have to worry about the late game.
I think you can't play this Enigma like a neutral late game hero. I sort of feel like you have to go for a more mid-game oriented play. Play around the fact that your Wraith King will hit like this 2-item timing and just sort of go for it. Because I feel like the game, the longer it goes on, you're just asking to lose, because Seneko will hit a rock on you. It's so much harder for MINESKI to execute their lineup once it gets to like the 35-minute mark.
That's exactly why Febby and Gunnar did disagree with the pick so heavily, but we'll see what teamfight builds KP is able to pull out.
I mean, there's something to be said for comfort picks too, which is what people seem to be favoring so far. Like, you saw Hector was like, no matter what, I'm going to play Wraith King. And, you know, fair play. It's what he's good at. It's what he's comfortable with. You're in a best-of-1 situation. You want your team to not stress. And the best way for your team not to stress, pick them what they know how to play. Who cares about the situation?
Nice roll in. If they can get the kick on